Chosen vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and you already know I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Let's get right into it. Shout out to the GCVs, the Galactic family, and of course, Drew Nation. When you're a real type of person, people aren't going to be able to be straight up with you because they're fake. Let's talk about it. When you're real, you're going to meet a lot of people who are playful, a lot of people who play games. Um, your realness is not going to be something they're going to be able to handle. On top of all the energy that you possess already, your realness is going to put them on Front Street. All right. All the games that they play with other people, they're not going to be able to play them with you. The first instant you realize that they're playing games, your energy is going to shut off. And you're even right in the presence of them, you're going to be cold and distant. So you'll be right there with them, and they're going to feel like you're 10 miles away. You're going to feel like you're a couple states away, but you're right there in the same vicinity as these people. They think that they're wise enough to try to say certain things, and they think they can get away with certain things. They actually kind of think they're like you in terms of like intelligence, but they're really not. They think what they do is smart. They think they can get away with what they do, and they think because they've been able to hide their fakeness from you thus far that they're able to get away with certain behaviors. But once you pick up on it, which is going to be rare, it's going to be really fast because you can't hide how you feel inside from a real person. They're going to get upset with you, and they're going to start to become irritated, right? They're going to start to get upset. They're going to start to become irritated, and you're going to tell that this person is not being straight up. Fake people aren't able to be straight up. They don't really understand just how real of a person that you are. And what they don't realize is you can take your realness somewhere else. You don't have to continue to be real with them. And they don't know that you're going to be able to cut them off that fast or that quick or stop dealing with them. They're used to people keeping them around, and they're used to people that aren't going to speak their opinion, aren't going to let them know. All right. A lot of fake people think they can just be fake with people and just keep it moving like that. But when you're a real person, you see through it. You can see through it with x-ray glasses. And you try to give them a little leeway, but it is just not going to work out. The energy's not going to mix, and the type of person that they are, they just don't fit with the type of person you are. Real people and fake people are like oil and water. They're never going to mix. Fake people have a lot of negative energy with them, and once you can tell that the person is fake, they're going to feel some type of way about it, and they're going to low key start trying to like continue to get away with certain things that they're going to say, and all it's going to do is keep pushing you further and further and further away because they are used to people who can't see through their facade. They're used to people who can't really tell that they're a fake person. So not everybody can pick up on their energy, the games that they play like you can. That's why they get irritated by you so quickly, because sooner or later, once you are able to find it out, it's going to be a secret back and forth between the two of y'all. And they're not going to go so hard as to where you would be pushed away immediately, or you'd be able to call them out on it immediately. But they're going to be trying to kind of like insult you, throw shade at you, um, try to like belittle you, and they don't think that you're able to see it just because you may not have said anything yet. So one of the best things you could do is just not say anything. All right. When people are trying to belittle you, when people are trying to play you, one of the best things you could do is act like you don't even know and just cut them off. That's going to leave them distraught, and it's going to leave them confused. You don't even have to waste your time arguing with someone that's fake or telling them that you're fake. I wouldn't even waste my time with that. I would just immediately get this person out of my life and get them going. That's the best thing I would do, because when someone is fake with you, that person does not respect you. They don't respect the type of person that you are. They don't respect your time. You kept it real with them. You were authentic with them, and they couldn't see that. And if they could see that, they just didn't care. So it's kind of like getting something good and wasting it. So the type of person that you are as a real person, you're not going to let fake people waste your time, waste your energy. That's why people have created that saying, don't waste your real on fake people. Because the longer you continue to deal with fake people, you're wasting your real. You're casting your pearls among swine. And it's only going to result in an L for you if you continue to deal with fake people. All right, energy is transferable. You don't want that fake energy transferring from them to you. All right, people will be surprised at how you change and how you operate with other people once you've been around someone who's not real necessarily. All right, and not real like, oh, he's real or this or that, just being a genuine person. When you go around certain people, no matter what type of negative energy it might be, you absorb that, whether you know it or not. That's why it's best to stay away from people like that, because you will absorb that energy. And then when you go around other people, now it might be an instant where you actually don't keep it real with a person, because you've been hanging around that person who is fake so much. But when you're a real person, you will catch yourself and be like, whoa. You'll catch yourself and be like, whoa, I didn't keep it real right there, you know? So and then you'll be like, oh snap, it's because I'm hanging around so and so. You can't waste your real on fake people. When you're around fake people, you literally waste it, because when you get around other people, those same actions that you were around that other person who didn't keep it real with you, you're going to pick up on them. All right. Um, that's how energy works. Energy is transferable, and that fake energy will transfer into you. It's a shame that it doesn't work the other way around. Like your real will transfer into them, but positive and negative only makes negative. All right. Positive and negative only makes negative. So the negative energy that they have, it's not stronger than your positive energy, but it has the power to change it. But you have to have the power to not let that happen by not putting yourself around that person in the first place. There's nothing you can benefit from a fake person. All right. So maybe you wanted a friend, maybe this person has an opportunity, but this is a test, because you don't want to gain anything from a fake person. You have to be careful of the things that you get from people, and you have to be careful of the things you deal with people. When you deal with fake people, the minute that you don't do something they like, or the minute they figure you out that you figured them out, them acting different could possibly ruin and something for you if you possibly put your hopes up in an opportunity with them, or they gave you something, now they're trying to take it back. You might really need what they gave you, unfortunately. So this is why you don't deal with fake people in the first place. It's best to, number one, be an independent person and be able to do everything for yourself, because you have to be careful of people who try to come into your life, who try to help you take over kind of and try to do things for you. If you're the type of person that could do things for themselves, or if you're the type of person that's already self-sufficient or doing your own thing, you have to be careful of people who try to come into your life and they're like, oh, I got you, or oh, just do this and just do that and I got you, or oh, just keep it real with me or whatever, I got you. Like people like that, they're usually setting you up for like a future field position. They're usually setting you up for you to like owe them something. So you have to be careful with people who will try to come into your life and seem like they're like a savior or like a holy person or like a Jesus character or figure. Because if you're already able to do things for yourself, what does it mean when somebody tries to come into your life and like tell you they're going to do this and do that? Number one, most of the time that's future faking. They're either trying to get a quick gain or they're trying to get something from you real fast, or they're just trying to set up something for like the future. They'll tell you they'll do this, they'll tell you they'll do that, but it's most likely in hopes that you're going to do something for them, because nobody does something for nothing. All right. It takes a real genuine person to just do something for someone and just let it go. Number one, if they need, if it's something that they're going to want in return, they're going to be honest with you. Like, hey, you have this singing ability. I'm going to link you up with my uncle, but make sure I get a 5%, or make sure you share this for me, or make sure you get me something, or make sure it's going to be like, it's not going to be like no industry stuff, but it's going to be straight up like, yo, you do this for me, I'll do this for you kind of thing. So that's how real people do. And most of the time, if a person is like that real, they understand how God blesses people. They understand how people go through things, how people need help. Like real people will just do something for you and then just put their hands up, because they either know that A, you're going to go back because you're a real person and you're going to reciprocate, or they just know that God's going to or to bless them, or the universe is going to bless them. All right. A lot of people who are real, they just help people just because that's what they like to do. All right. So if you're one of those kinds of people, you definitely cannot waste that. All right. That is a very rare, powerful kind of energy. And not everyone possesses that. And not everyone is going to display that or show that type of love to everybody else. And that's really what realness is. It's just the amount of love one person can share with other people, or one person has for another. And you definitely cannot waste such a powerful energy as that. All right. Not everyone deserves to experience the type of love you have as a real person. Only if not, and it's not even if they reciprocate it, because not everybody is immediately going to be able to reciprocate it. But even if they can reciprocate it in the form of gratitude, like when you help somebody fake, you can feel it. It's like, I shouldn't have helped that person, or I shouldn't have put my energy out towards that person, or I shouldn't have spread love to that person, or I shouldn't have showed that person love. That's what I'm trying to say. Shouldn't have showed that person love. That was a mistake. And we've all been there, and we've all know that, because they'll just go off and then you won't hear from them ever again. All right. And it kind of stinks when that happens. You feel the energy loss. You got to take time and rebuild your energy back up. But that's what happens when you deal with fake people. And that's why when you're a real type of person, all right, people aren't going to be able to be straight up with you, because, like I said, it's either something that they want, it's something that they're hiding, the fact that they don't have true intentions. And not everybody has true intentions. Not everybody is going to be honest with you. Not everybody's going to be upfront with you. All right. And it's not like you got to tell everybody all your business, or it's not like you got to let them know everything that's going on. But as far as they're dealing with you, you should at least be able to deal with them the same way they're dealing with you. All right. No holds bar kind of thing. No, not being a sneak, not being sneaky, not keeping anything hidden from anyone as far as how you're dealing with that person. But not everybody is like that. So you really have to be careful, and you got to watch who you deal with. All right. The moment you can tell someone is fake, that's why it's best to just cut them off and just not say anything. All right. That will hurt that person the most. And not that you're trying to hurt them, but it's like you reap what you sow, you get what you give kind of thing. And if they're just going to give you fake energy, that's not something that you want. You don't want any more of that. You don't want to intermingle or mix your energy with them anymore. You don't want any of that fake energy being able to transfer into you anymore. So that's why it's best to just cut your losses, cut ties, and go be real on your own and attract some other real people. That's why a lot of people who say affirmations and things like that, they say I attract all the right people for all the right reasons. All right. So if you've been attracting some people that aren't positive or aren't real, you might want to start to like affirm that you attract all the right people for all the right reasons. All right. Um, what else? What else? What else? People just don't want to keep it real with people as much because they feel that it's a weakness. All right. They feel that if they're keeping it real with you, they're exposing themselves. They're not keeping certain things to themselves. Like it's not like you have to, like I said, it's not like you have to tell everybody everything, but as far as you're dealing with someone, you should be able to keep it real. And it's like when someone isn't able to deal with you on the same level, that means that person is a snake. All right. And it's kind of ironic that fake rhymes with snake. All right. The person is a snake. If people can't be honest and upfront on the same level as you are with them, that person is a snake. And you got to get the fakes out your life. You got to get the snakes out your life, because if you don't, you will hate your life. All right. A lot of people despise you. A lot of people wish they could be real like you. So what they want to do is they like to attach themselves to people like you so they could either seem real, pretend to be real, or benefit off you in some way. Like this is where people will talk about people try to steal your blessing kind of thing. A lot of people will just want to be associated with you so they could try to get the same things as you. All right. And that's not real. That's not keeping it real. Um, there are people who get with other people, they waste their time. Now this person's upset. You can't get that time back. You done dealt with someone and you think that nothing will happen, but things happen when you deal with people whose energy is not good. All right, things will start to fall apart in your life because that person was obviously, whether you know it or not, that person was sent by the devil. And that's how you know that a person is sent by the devil. You have blessings coming in your life, you have opportunities coming in your life, you have doors opening in your life, you have good things happening. And now, even after this person leaves, things still won't be the same for a good while because that stank energy is still floating around you, or you absorbed some of it, and now doors aren't opening for you, they're closing. Actually, now you're not getting opportunities are actually, like, seems like they're running from you. You might be getting things from people, it seems like it's going to work out, and then it doesn't work out. All right, so now you have to do all this work on yourself, get your mind back right, just so you can start to get your life back to where it was initially, to where your energy was good, things were happening for you, and things were like doors were opening for you. You were getting more opportunities, more money was coming in. All right, your money may have shortened up from dealing with this person, and it's all the universe is just a lesson for you not to deal with people like that anymore, because God doesn't want you to waste your real on fake people. All right. Um, like you'll have to learn a lesson from dealing with people like this. And the lesson is that once you deal with them and you can tell they're not real, to cut them off immediately. All right, cut them off as quick as you can. Don't keep talking to them. Don't keep dealing with them, nothing, because you don't want any of the curses that they got or any of their bad energy to flow into your life and stop what you have going on, ruin things for you. You were talking to certain people. Now certain people aren't dealing with you anymore because other people got angels too. You're not the only one that's protected. You're not the only one that has good positive energy. Now other people may get the feeling of, I was going to deal with this person, but something's telling me not to, and it's that negative energy that you picked up from that other person. All right, every you're not the only person that could pick up on bad energy, and unfortunately, when you deal with people whose energy is bad, energy is transferable. Now your energy is not as good as it once was, and now other people are able to pick up on that, and they're like, yo, their angels are warning them. It's like, yo, you're not gonna mess up what I got going on. So it's like something in them is now telling them to not deal with you on the level that they had originally planned on dealing with you. All because you dealt with a fake person. All because that person's energy was so bad, now starting to close doors, ruin opportunities, and stall your life. And the devil will use people like this to hold you back and to waste your time. And who wants that? All right, so when you're a real person, you really have to analyze who you deal with, pay attention to certain signs. If people aren't keeping it a buck with you on the same level that you're keeping it a buck with them, if it seems like they're hiding something, all right, it's okay to be mysterious. But if a person seems like too mysterious, and it's like they're not keeping it real with you on certain things that shouldn't be a problem with a person keeping it real on, that's a red flag. All right. Somebody seems shady, that's a red flag. If somebody, it seems like they're throwing shade at you, that's a red flag. All right. If somebody has friends that don't seem too positive, friends that you wouldn't be friends with, that's a red flag. All right. Just because someone has friends and they're not your friends doesn't mean that energy from their friends is not going to be able to enter into your life. All right. And most of the time, when you have friends who have negative friends, they're plotting on you and possibly hating on you. All right, that person could be telling them how to use you. That person could be giving them game on how to use you. So, as a positive person or as a real person, you got to be careful, and you really have to like almost like interview people before they come into your life, because you don't want to lose anything good that you have going on. All right, you work real hard for things. You work real hard for opportunities. You worked real hard to be a positive person. You fought a lot of demons yourself. All right, internal conflict. You fought a lot of that. You worked on yourself, brought yourself up to a certain level to where now you handle people the right way, so that way people will handle you the right way. All right, not everybody out here is operating on universal principles, and not everybody is even aware of universal principles or understands them. There are some people out here that just think they can do whatever and get away with it. All right, unfortunately, maybe those people didn't wake up yet. Maybe God didn't call them yet. Maybe they didn't reach a level of enlightenment yet. But there are people out here, all right, who just think they could do whatever and get away with it. All right, some of us have been there. Luckily, some of us were blessed to change and to get out of that way of life, because we saw that it wasn't going to get us anywhere, and we didn't want a negative, toxic lifestyle for ourselves anymore. All right. We wanted to do better things, and once we like looked at people's lives who were better, we saw how they were living, and we started to emulate that. We started to see a little change. We started to do more, started to see better things come in our lives and better things change. But the devil is a trickster. All right, he's a person that likes to devour, kill, steal, and destroy. And since he can't get to you directly, what he'll do is he'll bring versions of you back from your past. And what you have to do is eliminate these past versions of yourself, which still exist in certain forms and facets of your mind, which come and manifest into your life in the forms of other people. You have to get them out. All right. Because as soon as you start to work on yourself and become a better person, you start to stir up all the negative, and people are going to come into your life, and basically it's just on the spiritual level is you getting the negative versions of yourself out of your life. All right, so that's why these people try to attach themselves to you. All right, they're probably unconscious of this. All right, but spiritually you are aware of it, you're conscious of it, and you're like, yo, that used to be me, or yo, I used to do stuff like that. Why is someone like that now coming back into my life when I'm trying to be a positive person? All right. It's facets of yourself that you have been in the past, or negative versions of yourself from the past that you have to fully deal with and eliminate. All right. And the devil will try to use them, even though you're trying to be a good person, even though you've changed, he will bring them back into your life to try to make you backslide. It's just how the game goes. All right. So now that you're aware of this, you really have to be careful around certain people. If individuals are fake, if they're not real, keep them out your cipher, keep them out your life. Don't deal with them. Don't feel sorry for them. Don't feel bad for them. Eventually, if it's in God's will, things will turn around for them. They'll figure it out. They'll see the light just like you did. So keep your energy clean, keep your energy good. All right, stay away from people who you get weird feelings from. Hit that like button, hit that share button. Don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the GCVs, the Galactic family, and Drew Nation. It's a wrap. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace, love, and light. And it's like that. We out.